Hey y'all, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel and thanks again for watching. Today we have a Kroger clearance haul. This is going to be a very short one, but I wanted to quickly share with you guys how I go to Kroger to save money. I go to Kroger to shop the clearance items probably once a week. I just stop in whenever I have some time, check out the clearance stuff, and grab what I can to stock my freezer or my pantry and leave what I don't need. There are a couple of key things that I do every time I go, which include checking the expiration dates of items and also evaluating if I actually need the items. And I wanted to share with you a few of the items that I got today. I went to lunch with my husband, and on the way back, I drove by a Kroger that I don't normally drive by. So I said, let's just stop in and see what they have. They had a lot of great items. Some of them, there were so many there that I didn't need that many. I'll leave them for somebody else, but I wanted to give you guys an example of how I utilize these clearance items to create a better food budget for my family. So let's jump into just the few items that I got today. All right, well, first off, I wanted to show you guys that I got these flowers from Kroger for $6 a dozen. They had roses, $6 a dozen. They say that they're normally $10 a dozen there, and I just got them in their package. I trimmed them up, put them in this vase, and just tied a yellow ribbon around them just to make them a little prettier, and I've been having them sit on my countertop here where I normally show you guys the food hauls that we have, but I wanted to share that with you. Kroger has great flowers, and I think the quality of them has always been excellent, so I'm always excited to get flowers from there, especially when it's $6 a dozen. I told my husband that, and he gasped, and he said it's like 10 times that price when I go for Valentine's Day. So a great deal, especially if you just happen to have a vase around, or you can just bring some flowers home to your honey. I got 2 dozen of these, and they are gorgeous. I've had these for about 3 days. And so that's a Kroger find that I had. The rest of these few items, I'm gonna run you through them quickly. When I go into Kroger, I start by turning directly towards the produce section. One of them that's to the left, one of them is to the right, and checking out all of the salad mixes. They sometimes have salad mixes on sale, or any of their chopped up items, like their chopped up bell peppers and onions, or like their kebab stuff. There's always something on sale. I have found that sometimes you will be able to find the items maybe like Tuesday through Thursday. You see things that are marked down as clearance. As the weekend gets closer, more people are out doing their grocery shopping, more people are grabbing last minute items, so you're not going to find as many clearance items. The clearance items happen during the week. Tuesday through Thursday, any of those days, you're bound to find something on clearance. You have to look for these stickers, they're there, but this is a baby spring mix. There's only one of them on sale, and the expiration date on it says best if used by August 1st. I'm having a friend over for brunch in a couple of days. Today is the 30th, and I thought this would be the perfect size for us to do some salads with brunch. I always flip it over and check everything. There is a couple pieces here that are starting to get a little wilted, but what I will do is I will pull this out immediately, because this is really a sealed package. You can see there's already some condensation in there, and I'll just show you real quick what I'll put it in. So down here I have one of these Rubbermaid containers, and inside of it, well, it has a vent on it first off, and then inside of the container it has the shelf right here that allows for any moisture to go down to the bottom. So I will take that whole container, dump it into here, and put it into my fridge. That way I can be sure that any of this condensation that's building up in here that's causing it to wilt will go to the bottom. This is also a perfect size for us to have a couple salads with, a couple side salads with. It's not a whole lot, it's only 5 ounces, but when I shop these clearance items, I'm looking for the highest quality with the best expiration dates and really a good deal. So, highest quality, this is organic baby spring mix. Best price, it's $1.79. It was normally $3.48, and the expiration date is 2 days away. We're gonna be eating salad. So this is what I'm gonna do with that, and then I'm gonna put it straight into my fridge. Again, I'm looking for high quality items with a good expiration date and a great deal. If you watched my last haul, I talked about, I think it was my H-E-B haul, I talked about how the price of beef was rising. One of the beef prices were $7 a pound at my H-E-B, and I mentioned if I find some on clearance, I'm grabbing it. Well, I found it today. I got 4 of these. These are organic ground beef, grass-fed. It does not say if it's grass finished, which is unfortunate, but That's okay. It does say that it's grass-fed, so we see that there. It says we need to use it or freeze it by the 1st, and it's $4.99. I don't know the price that this was normally at Kroger. I would guess that it was probably $5.99, maybe $6.99. But I do know that I can't buy it that much cheaper at H-E-B, so I went ahead and grabbed these. There were only 4, so if you live around my Kroger, sorry, I took them. So I went ahead and grabbed these 4. So this is $20 worth of beef, which means that I'm not going to use this all this week. I'm going to freeze every single one of these, and I'm going to pull them out. The things you have to do with your ground beef or any meats that you buy like this, you need to pull them out the day before, or maybe a day and a half to 2 days before you're going to use it. And as soon as they are thawed, you need to use it, because you have to remember, today is the 30th. This date on here says the 1st. I have 2 days until August 1st, which means that I can't really leave this in my freezer longer than in my fridge longer than 2 days. I'm gonna put this in the freezer, and then when I pull it out, I know it has this clearance sticker on it. So when I see clearance sticker items in my freezer, I know I need to make sure I strategically thaw this so that it is the best quality when it's thawed in my fridge. I can't put it in the fridge on a Monday and then plan to use it on Friday. That's not okay, because then you would have gone past your 2 days in which you're getting this. They did have a bunch of lamb, natural lamb as well, but that expired today. And I know that I'm not going to use that lamb today. And there's a lot of it. There's probably 12 packages of a pound there. I know I'm not going to use that lamb today, so I went ahead and said, nope, I don't need the lamb, even as enticing as it was to maybe do some lamb meatballs or something. I know that I won't be able to use it or freeze it and thaw it fast enough for it to be the best quality that it can be. So ground beef, huge win, because we basically saved $2 a pound on this ground beef based on the prices at H-E-B that I would have paid. So I got that in the produce section. I went past the meat section and found this. There is another dairy section, but before that dairy section, there is a bread section. The bread section is kind of in the dairy as well. You may have to search your Kroger for this, because I have a hard time finding the bread section in one of the other Krogers. I actually have never found it in one. I need to ask somebody about it. But we don't eat a lot of bread around here, so I'm always just, I'm like, well, one day I'll maybe happen upon it, and if I don't, I don't. These are take and bake, basically ciabatta rolls, French sandwich rolls, and they just say hey, you can use steak and gorgonzola. There's instructions to bake them. They're already cooked. You really just have to heat them up. So that's kind of what I learned about this. It's like these are already done, but you see what it says here: bake now or freeze for later. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna freeze it, and since Adam comes home for lunch every day, one day I'll pull out 2 of these, pop them in the toaster oven and heat them up and make us some sandwiches with it. And another day, maybe the next week, I'll grab the other 2 and make us some sandwiches with it. So perfect, especially if you're a family of 4, or even if you have a couple or 3 kids. These could be cut in half and made great size sandwiches for children. So, or teenagers would probably have a whole one. But there are lots of options for this. There was only 1 package of this, but there's so many other options for bread items. So if you're looking for bread, I would definitely check by there, because lots of these type of sandwich rolls can be frozen and reheated in a toaster oven, a regular oven. You can even put them in the microwave and zap them to thaw them, or you can just take them out in the morning, leave them on the countertop, and they're good to go. So this one says that the bakery needs to use it by August 5th. So that is basically a week away. So they really did mark this down pretty quickly. So this still has a week that's good for it, but I went ahead and grabbed it. There is a price on here for $1.79. You also have to be careful with this, because at Kroger or any places that are doing the discounts, they have to put this price over the barcode, the regular barcode. Otherwise, the other barcode might scan. This one says $1.79. They were ringing it up. And if you are a diligent shopper, you will be watching. Let me talk to you guys, okay? So if you are being diligent with your budget and you are watching what you're spending, you really, really need to be loading your items on the conveyor belt, stepping aside and staring at that computer screen as they're ringing things up. And I almost always, I would say, I shouldn't say almost always, half of the time that I go to the grocery store, I catch an error on my receipt, or while I'm standing there. And it's even more frequently with these markdown items because you have to make sure the barcode is covered and they're scanning the right barcode. This is huge because a lot of the times there'll be a sale price written on an item in the grocery store and it's not translated to the register, however their system is connected, so you don't get that sale price. And if you remember that sale price, if you're like, actually it said that those cherries were 99 cents a pound and they rang up for $2 a pound, the cashier will go, oh, I'm so sorry about that. They'll find the cherries and change the price for you. If they have a question, they can ask a manager to go check the price. The people at the grocery store want to honor their prices, so don't be afraid to speak up and say, hey, that's actually not the right price. Because you go to the grocery store with a budget in mind, with your money that you're spending for your groceries, and if you're finding these deals, you want to make sure those deals are being honored. This is a prime example of that. It's also why I try not to stick my card in to the little payment thing until I've watched and scanned everything as they're ringing up. It takes quite a bit of practice to watch them ring it up as fast as it goes, and you may have to just check over your receipt later a couple times until you can get really good at watching them ring it up. Or sometimes it's unfortunate that they just start going and they start scanning things and you can't see it all. Well, what you do after they ring you up, you pay for it, you pull out a line, you step aside and scan your receipt, because you know, I know, we all know, if it's gonna take us an extra trip to go back to the grocery store to get 50 cents, 60 cents back, probably not gonna do it. But if I'm on a budget and I'm still in the store and I notice that a price is wrong on my receipt, I'm turning around and telling the cashier, can you get someone to help me out? This price is wrong. It was actually supposed to be blah, 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 blah. Or I'm going to the customer service section saying, hey, I just bought this and it looks like it rang up as the wrong price. Can you please provide me with the discount or the difference or whatever it may be? And they are happy to do that. But if you do that in the store, you're more likely to get your money than if you see it when you get home and you're like, well, is it really worth a trip back to the grocery store? Probably not in that situation. So these are some of the things that I do every time I go to the grocery store. If I'm looking for a deal, I want the deal. I want the deal price. That happened today, the Kroger, and the lady corrected it for me before she charged my card, so I didn't have to get any sort of refund happen, and I'll show you exactly what happened. So right here on the front, this is how it was sitting up here on the little rack. I see $1.79. I look at it, I'm like, oh, great, sandwich rolls, perfect. I put it in my basket. She runs it across the scanner, and on the back side of it, there's a different price. On the back side of it, there's another sticker that says $2.49. So when she runs it across the scanner, she picks up $2.49. And I go, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. It looks like those rang up incorrectly. And she was like, oh, yeah, sure, let me check. And she looks at it and she was like, oh, there's another barcode on here. Well, what did she do? She just changed it and she honored the $1.79 price. So she voided it out and honored this price. And had I not said that, I would have lost the 70 cents difference between the $1.79 and the $2.49. Would I have bought these if they were $2.49? Maybe. But really, under $2 for something like this is more what I was thinking, because that's less than 50 cents a roll. And I'm willing to spend that for something that's fun like this for lunch. So keep that in mind. Watch your prices when it gets scanned. Okay, that was in the bread section. Around all along the exterior of the building, they have the bread section, and then they have another specialty dairy section that has creme fraiche, some salsa, some soups. I didn't find anything there today that I liked. They had a bunch of creme fraiche. I really wanted the creme fraiche, but it was all expired already. It expired 3 days ago, which is why you have to check your dates. Okay, then I went to the middle aisle, which it's, if you're new to your Kroger, check it out. It's normally near the greeting cards. It's either on the same aisle as the greeting cards or 1 or 2 over. There's clearance racks. I found several different things. So first I found this Passage to Asia Korean barbecue stir fry sauce, which sounds amazing to me. It's gluten-free. It says you just add beef and vegetables, and it looks like a delicious meal in front. Serves 3 to 4, so basically it's probably about a pound of meat you use. And yep, it says 1 pound of sliced beef, pork, or chicken. You can add some sliced vegetables. They suggest carrots, onions, and cabbage, and then serve it over rice. The expiration date here is the 26th of November, 2022. So we have a 1.5 years to use this, and the price on this one is $1.09. It says that this was originally $3.99. Would I have spent $4 on this package? Absolutely not. Will I spend $1 on it? All day, every day. They had a lot of these. I grabbed 2 because my thought process is, and you can even see kind of the bottom there. My thought process is, if we like it, I don't want to go back and pay $4 for it. I want to just tell my husband, oh, I'm glad you liked it. We have another package of it. We can try it again. Or if we don't like it, I'll be like, well, we have to eat another package of it because I bought 2 packages. Maybe next time we'll like it better a different way. But this is just kind of how you can add a little bit more variety into your diet. Things you probably wouldn't make yourself. I just love to find things like this. If it's a great deal and it looks good, I'm going to pick it up and try it. So I got those. And even to go along with this, maybe instead of rice, I found these noodles. I actually sent my sister a text message and she just replied right now and she said, heck yeah, hell yeah, that she does like these noodles. She just now replied, good thing I bought them. They're the Blue Dragon Thin Cantonese Egg Noodles. And the cool thing about this is they're formed in nest. I don't know if you can kind of see that here. So it's like one little round disc of noodles, and there's 6 in this package all along here. So it's like stacked upwards, kind of like a rice cake almost. So it says these are authentic Chinese recipe noodles, and the price in here is $1.49, and it says that it was originally $3.49. So my sister loves noodles like this. She loves to have different types of noodles to make little stir fries with and stuff. So I sent her a picture of it and I said, hey, do you like these? They're on sale for $1.50 a package. And they had a lot of them, but she didn't reply in time, so I just grabbed 2. So now if she wants them, she can go find them herself. Oh, and I'm actually noticing there's a little bit of a difference here. These are thin and these are just regular. So this one is a little bit thicker than that one. So this one has 6 nests in here. This one also says it has 6 nests in here, but this one may be they're just a little thicker noodles. So yeah, but both packages are the same size. So these are just a little bit thicker noodles. So that's kind of cool. So a little bit of a different variety there. Went ahead and grabbed both of them. I'll tell her that if she wants more, she can go back and get some for herself, but I'll share these with her, obviously. Maybe she'll make me a stir fry. You can't exactly see the expiration date, and this happens all the time to me, all the time. But it's something on the 30th of 2022, and I know, here's this one, probably 31/2022. If it's like something really close, I will kind of peel back the sticker a little bit to check while I'm in the store. But if it's 2022, yeah, look, this is basically a year away from today, or from tomorrow. This is probably a year away from today. That's probably July 30th. If it's really close, like if it was 2021, I would have peeled it back. Okay, this is basically 11 months away. If it was really close, I would have peeled it back in the store, but since it said 2022, I was like, perfect, I'll grab it. I know these egg noodles can be kind of, or really these noodles in general can be kind of expensive, so I grabbed those for her to have. So a little kind of a huge variety here, but this is how I like to shop. And then I use my meal plan method to actually put these all together to make meals with the things I have in the house, which I've all bought at discounts basically. All right, the last find, completely not necessary. I posted it to my Instagram though. They had a ton of these. Gosh, they probably had like 30 bottles of these. These are limited edition Alexander Valley, Sonoma County Storyteller Cabernet, and they are a 2017. Okay, so I'm not a huge Cab fan. I'll drink a Cab. It's a good wine. It's not my favorite. My favorite is Carmenere. But when I find a bottle that looks like this, it looks nice, I like to check the price, okay? I like to check the price. This was on sale for $5.98, okay? There's no expiration date on here. It's not exactly how wine works, but it's a red wine. We know that. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's 2017. Probably means that it's gonna peak very quickly because Cabernets have a little bit more sugar in them than some other red wines. So this one is about 4 years old. Probably no more than 5 to 7 years for a Cabernet to store it in a cellar. I don't know why they're selling this for this price. It does not make sense to me. I walked over to the wine aisle, I had a few minutes today, and I checked it out. They have replaced all of the 2017s with the 2018s. and that's why these were on clearance. The 2018s are being sold for $21 right now. So I got 3 bottles for $6 each that were a year older, which is better in wine. It's an older vintage. Hopefully it's better than the 2018. We don't really know. An older vintage than what they're selling 4 or 5 bottles over for $21. So I thought that was a great deal. We're gonna throw those in the wine fridge. If I open a bottle later today and I like it, if I like it a lot, I might have to go back and grab more. And if I can clearly peel this sticker off, guys, I would even give these as hostess gifts. If somebody invites you over to dinner and you have a $20 bottle of wine that you got for $6, peel the sticker off. They'll never know. And this would be a great little hostess gift to take to somebody's house, and you are saving money. Okay, well, that's it for this Kroger haul, guys. I just wanted to show you a little bit more of the insight about how I truly shop when I'm in the store and what I'm really looking for. Yes, on the weekly, I go to H-E-B and I just pick up groceries. I pick up what we need for that week. But when I go to Kroger, I'm looking for the stock up deals, because a lot of the times when I end up going, and H-E-B, I can find stock up deals too. But Kroger does a lot of clearance items, it seems. And so when I have the opportunity to pick up some of those items and save some money in my budget, maybe I'm not saving the money now, but next week when I need ground beef, I've got it for $2 off the price that it's being sold at. It may even go up even more from here, who knows? Hopefully not. But this is how I really shop in the store and how I keep our budget so low while having higher quality ingredients. We got grass-fed ground beef for $5 a pound today. In Houston, Texas, the going rate right now is $7. So I know I'm saving the money there, and it's just really a lot of fun to me too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing a little bit of the back end of a smaller haul, but what I do regularly in order to keep my pantry and my freezer stocked, ready to have discounted prices on great quality ingredients. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button. It really helps my channel out, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks so much.